Hello everyone and welcome back to Mossy Pine Ranch at Elmcreek. We have reached episode number 13 and are now in August. And as you can see, our sorghum is all nicely ready to harvest. Not only that, the grass field is ready to harvest as well. If we take a quick look here, we can see that yep, both our grass field and our sorghum are ready to harvest. We're going to focus on the sorghum first of all, but quickly to show you that we did get some lovely BGA profits both yesterday and today to bring us up to the total of $137,000, and that was of course the silage that we put into the BGA from the bunker that was there, and we used our new John Deere to front load it in. And our sheep seem to be doing well. It's their first night at the farm, and yeah, they've made some wool for us, which is pretty good. But yeah, we've got yet another busy day planned. The chickens are crying out for more feed. In fact, they've actually stopped production, so we desperately need to give this sorghum to them. And this sorghum is going to feed both the chickens and the horses. Hopefully it will have enough yield to feed the farm for a year, both chickens and horses. But yeah, let's run into tractor first of all. We need to get the CLAAS trailer ready and waiting for us to deposit into. And then we also need to get the CLAAS Dominator fired up. It's been sitting since we did the last harvest, which was probably the soybean harvest from when field 1 and the meadow was still just a very small soybean field. So let's grab the trailer and get this in position, and then we can look to focus on our sorghum harvest with the CLAAS Dominator. Now I have a bit of a plan around the grass field as well today. Yep, that's right, I am going to mow it again, and that means we are going to need to windrow it again as well. But I have a slightly different plan as to how to manage the grass and how to convert it into silage, which I will share with you afterwards. But let's leave the John Deere here for now, run up to the CLAAS Dominator and hop into that and get cracking with our sorghum harvest. So I'm going to start that, and I'll see you in a short while. And there we are. We have finished our sorghum harvest. It was a bit of a longer job than I was anticipating, but that is because I've only got a small harvester and a small header, and this is now a much larger field. But yep, let's take a quick look at how much we have got. Obviously sorghum does not deposit a straw, and yeah, the crop seems to leave the main part of the stalks for the crop. There we are, we have 18,934 litres of sorghum, which is great. So we need to start off by depositing some to our chickens, and then we can give the horses some as well. Alright, let's back it up this way, and then should be able to deposit somewhere around here. So there you go, they have taken a fair wodge of it, but if we take a look at the animal menu here, so there we go, grain 9,000 litres, and that is them full, and they should get back up to full health and full productivity. They'd run out of food, so yeah. But now we have this chicken coop full, we can probably do away with these 10 roosters and just get another 10 chickens to make it at the max. Okay, time to give some to the horses. Okay, so they took slightly less because I don't think they seem to go through the base grain crop as fast as the chickens do, and of course we have a lot more chickens than we do horses. So we've got 7,000 litres left in the trailer, which we're going to put in the silo and keep as reserve feed. I'll be interested to see how many months the chickens take to work through that sorghum, and then hopefully we've got enough to see us through to the next harvest. And yeah, we did sorghum so it can feed both the chickens and the horses. Right, that's the rest in the silo. Let's get the trailer parked up. Right, so that's the chickens and the horses all fed. So next we are going to move on to yet more grass operations, and this is really sort of how I wanted it to be. I wanted us to be able to do a lot of grass because I know there's a lot of money to be made from doing grass and silage, and that's why we have this permanent grass field down here. But yes, one thing that we are going to do is we're going to do a slightly different approach this time. So I'm not going to bale and wrap, I'm not going to forage collect into a trailer, but I am probably going to buy a forage wagon so we can collect it that way. And no, we're not going to take it to the bunker at the BGA, that is quite far away. So what I have done is I've taken a look at a production mod that is going to work as a silo that takes in our grass and silo ferments it into silage. So I've spotted this area here as a bit of a place to put this piece of equipment, this production equipment. So I'm going to place it now and I'll see you when we're completed. And here it is. This is our new silage silo, which is going to take grass and ferment it into silage. So yeah, we can come up here with a forage wagon or a trailer, deposit it in, and it will process it into silage for us. That's a bit of a steep area, obviously, because I'm limited to the land I got available, but managed to sort of set it up correctly. And yeah, it's far enough away from our greenhouse that we can still get water to that and load successfully. But yeah, that is our new silage silo. and it cost us $30,000 plus a little bit of landscaping, and we can now use it to produce silage, which is going to take about the same time to ferment grass into silage, but at least that is making our lives easier, and instead of having to bale and wrap, we can now just collect and dump in there, and then en masse we can transport that to the BGA or to the animal dealer, which is just down the road, as that takes silage. Got to watch out for the pedestrian tourist there. Right, so once again we are on to mowing the grass meadow. We'll have to windrow it afterwards, and then it's going to be off to the store to buy ourselves a forage wagon. So let's grab the mower. Right, I am looking to put a shed next to our existing shed there, between that and the sheep pen. So we've got some more space, and also something that's going to fit our mowers, as they're a bit too tall to get in the shed. And for our next crop, where we've just harvested the sorghum, I'm debating whether we will do sorghum again or whether we will move to something else. But my feeling is that field should remain as the field that produces the crop and the food for the animals that we have. Right, let's get this unfolded, shall we? And I'm going to go the other way to what I normally go. I normally go right and round that way, but I'm going to go slightly different this time. So let's get that started and lowered, and then we can start mowing our lovely luscious grass, which is fully fertilised. We fertilised it last time. The John Deere didn't quite cope with the fertiliser spreader, so I'm thinking I am going to get a different fertiliser spreader. Probably going to upgrade it to the Bredel, as that's a good one. And unlike the Amazon one we have, the Bredel has the PTO above the hitch, which means that our John Deere is likely going to be able to pull it. Yeah, but still debating whether to keep the John Deere. If we see something else that we can upgrade to and is multi-purposed and has a front loader like the John Deere, then we will look to get something like that. And we won't lose too much money from the John Deere. That was only 20,000 plus the front loader plus the bucket, so yeah, that's not too bad. Right, here we are going around the edge of the meadow, and we've done this quite a few times now. It's almost habit, but there's a lot of money to be made from grass and silage, so yeah, it's going to be a frequent operation for us. That's why I wanted the permanent grass field, so we could get as many cuts out of it as we could. It seems to be ready every other month, which is good for us. And what's also good for us is we've now got a quick means to deposit our grass to turn it into silage. So I'm going to get busy mowing this, and then once we've mowed, we will of course windrow, and then we'll go get our forage wagon. Let's do another headland, and we can start doing some rows. I'll see you once we are done. There we are, that is all the meadow mown, and yeah, these Kuhn mowers really are good. relatively low horsepower compared to other mowers, and they're looking pretty filthy now, and that's because we have worked them hard. We've done quite a few cuts. Of course, we cut the field when it was still field 1 and a separate grass area that wasn't properly seeded with grass, and then we used it to cut field 4, 5, 6 and 7 when that had grass in, and now that's its second cut of the full grass seeded meadow, which is nice. And I think I'm just going to stash these here. I am just going to drop these here, as they definitely need a clean, and they are going to be first contender to go in our new shed, which I'm going to hopefully build sometime soon. But now let's go and get the windrower, which is just around here in our shed, which is very, very full. We've maximised all the space that is here to get all the equipment in there, but we really do need to get some more sheds and spread it out nicely. Right, so let's get the windrower unfolded, and yeah, we'll try and mimic and follow the same way that we mowed. I did quite a few headlands or laps, and then started to break into rows when it got a bit straighter and the corners got a bit more square. So we'll see how we get on. Got to watch out for these telegraph poles. They're quite close to our working area. Yeah, here we go. So when it comes to this field next being ready, I'm thinking a good upgrade would be to a mower that creates a swath automatically, and yeah, you can get those mowers that cut and merge into a swath, so you then reduce the need of having or needing a windrower. Of course, you still need a windrower if you want to collect straw, or if you're going to make hay, then yeah, that spreads the grass out, so you definitely need a windrower for your hay work. But yeah, I think we're going to look to upgrade the mower to one that can make a nice swath out the back of the mower, and then that's one less job for us to do when it comes to silage work. Yeah, here we are windrowing, making some nice swath, and then once we're done with this, head over to the dealership, and I've picked out already a suitable loading wagon, forage wagon, that is going to do the job nicely. And ahead of us is our new silage silo that's going to really benefit the farm, I feel. So let's get this done and we can get on to the forage wagon. There we go then. So that's all the windrowing done, and yeah, that was quite smooth. I liked going around the laps more often and then break it into the rows at the end. But one thing I did realise is I probably should have used the new John Deere to do the windrowing. It's 100 horsepower, and I think the windrower only probably needs around 65 to 70, so a bit of a shame. Should have used the John Deere, but never mind. We will need to use the windrower again, no doubt, so I'll try and remember to use the new John Deere next time. So let's get the windrower parked up. Again, this is another piece of equipment that's going to need a good old wash. We'll have to buy a jet sprayer at some point, and then yeah, once we've parked this up, we can get over to the store. My reversing is improving using the old steering wheel, but still leaving a lot to be desired. There we go. So, over to the store we go. Beacons on for the first time, and driving past our lovely soybean, which, yep, is coming up to the final growth stage and should be harvestable in the next session or two. Okay, so the forage wagon I was going to buy is this Strautmann Zelkon, and it's $46,000, can do 23 meters cubed, which is the same size as our trailer, class trailer, and only needs 95 horsepower. So perfect for our needs. And here it is, our new forage wagon. So let's get it hitched up and we can head on back to the farm. Now you can get a silage additives module on this loading wagon, forage wagon, and I think you can on the majority of them. I'm not really sure what that does. I've not used a forage wagon or any other sort of silage producing or silage orientated piece of equipment, but I have done a little bit of a look into silage additive, and I know it's there to create and support the quality and the yield of the silage that's created. So yeah, we maybe give that a try a little bit later. Look at those lovely rows, and look at our lovely new forage wagon. Now I did do a bit of research, and Strautmann is a brand that you find in the US, so perfect for our Mossy Pine Ranch setup. So I'm going to swing around here and we can get it turned on and lower the pickup, and we have got a bit of a spiral to start off with to collect, but yeah, oh, here we go, 2%, 3%. We are getting some good yields from the grass, and that's just how we like it. I'm not sure on the maximum capacity of the silo, but my guess is we're not going to fill it. Should have more than enough capacity. And yeah, it's only 2 o'clock, so hopefully within this game hour we should collect all the grass from this field, and that means it's going to be fully fermented into silage by this time tomorrow, or this time next month, as each day is a month. I think I say that in every episode, but just in case there are any new watchers, we've got 1 day per month, or 1 day is a month of the year. Right, this is the part where the case is going to struggle. Trailer is at the nearing maximum weight, and we've got a bit of hillage to deal with, but it's doing alright. I think once we've got our next cash injection, we will get the case up to the maximum horsepower. Missed a bit there, but it looks like the wagon's actually got quite a wide pickup. just want to go round to get a full forage wagon so we can show the depositing. Right, 98, 99, 100. So it's automatically raised. Let's go drop this in our grass silo. There we go. That is our 23 meters cubed of grass in here, and let's take a look. So we can see we've got 23,000 litres of grass, and we have the ability to start the production, and we can do 120 cycles per month or day in our case, and that's going to cost us $2 per month. And yep, 1,000 litres of grass is going to turn into 1,000 litres of silage. So I think we can activate the grass silage. There it is running. I've got 8 litres of silage already. And of course here you can do hay and chaff. So chaff obviously comes from the forage harvesting of corn or sunflowers. And yeah, seems like you can turn hay into silage, which I didn't know you could do, so that's pretty good. And yeah, once we've got all of our silage made, we can get that over to the biogas plant. Or we could sell it at the animal dealer. It's entirely up to us. Yeah, good. It's ramping up now, 250 litres, so it's busy processing. So yeah, we should actually probably before this time tomorrow have our silage already made. So that is a really nice mod, nice addition, and didn't seem too unrealistic. I think you could put grass in a silo such as that, and it all piled up and kept in a dark place that's airtight, it would ferment into silage. So yeah, that's pretty handy, but a bit tight around that area, but probably the best place I could put it for now. Right, I'm not resuming where we started, but that doesn't matter. We can start on the next part and just go around again. So I'm going to see to this, and I'll see you when we've got all our grass collected up and in the silo. Last few scraps, 2,000 litres, going into our grass silo. So let's take a quick look at how much we've got in total. That's now emptied. The loading wagon's done a great job. But we have, wow, 109,700 odd litres of grass still to go. And then 8,000 litres of silage ready. So that is processing quite nicely. And yeah, what's nice about this is it all sort of doesn't take a period of time to all be ready. It's ready gradually, which is nice. So yeah, that's going to work well for us. And yeah, perhaps at the start of tomorrow we can sell some silage. Cool, so that is us all grassed up. And yeah, let me know what you think of our new grass silo for making silage. It seems to be quite a handy mod. I'm not sure whether it looks European or sort of the US area yet. I think if you were to paint it red and grey like the barn colours, it would look a lot more US and ranch orientated, but yeah, I think it sort of fits in with the farm, but probably would fit in with a European style farm building as well. So yeah, quite interesting. Let me know what you think and if you've tried it out. But we need to get our new forage wagon, loading wagon, parked up, probably up here with the rest of the bigger equipment. And yeah, I'm certainly going to need a shed to park some of our equipment. Right, so we need a means of cleaning our equipment, so I'm going to actually place this jet sprayer. I was thinking round here, but I've remembered that we've got our tool area and refilling area over here. So it might be more sensible for us to store this over here near the garage. So let's see if we can get it to fit somewhere nice. There we go, we've put our jet sprayer there, and it's next to where we service up the vehicles, so that's going to be handy. Right, I'm just going to go grab the mowers. They are the piece of equipment that needs cleaning the most. Right, very dirty this, so let's get it washed. Right, that seems to have done the trick, looking nice and clean. And we've just given that a quick repair as well, to make sure it's all up to scratch. But I've got quite a few bits more of equipment to wash, so I'm going to have to see to that as a job. And yeah, lastly, I think I just want to get a shed placed down here so we can put our mowers somewhere safe without having to cram them in underneath the rather short shed. And there we are, a nice new shed, hopefully going to fit our mowers in underneath it. Might be a bit tight, but let's have a look. Oh, look at that, like a glove. There we go, so mowers nicely dropped off. I'm not going to move everything just yet. Next time I use them, I'll wash them and bring them over. But yeah, there's a few bits from that shed that I might bring into the new shed. And I think because of the older shed's length, it might be quite a handy one to store the harvester and trailers in. So yeah, I'll have a play with moving some stuff around and see how it all looks parked up. But we have reached 5 o'clock, and there's one last thing I want to do, and that is change the storage of our honey. There is only space for one spawnable pallet here, which doesn't make much sense, so I'm going to trade it for a nice mod that I saw, which is a honey storage rack. And there it is, the honey storage rack. So this is going to take quite a few pallets, which means we can deliver them to the shop in bigger bulk, which is nice. So that is it for today. We've had quite a varied session. We started off by harvesting our sorghum. Still looks like there's a crop in that field, but it is harvested. And yet the sorghum has gone to our chickens. They took quite a lot, around 9,000 litres I believe, and the horses took around 2,000 litres, which left us 7,000 that's gone into the silo. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough for us for the whole year, but nonetheless we will have to see how we get on and make do. After that we moved on to our grass meadow and introduced a nice new grass silo which makes silage, and yeah, seems like that's progressing quite quickly, and we should have some silage to sell early next time, which is really nice. And yeah, just a nice little sprinkle of getting the jet sprayer to start cleaning our equipment. Yeah, I really like how the ranch is coming along. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the ranch, the equipment I'm using, and the series so far. Hope you're enjoying it. Yeah, a chance to say a big thank you for your views, likes and subscribes. If you've got any tips, tricks or things you'd like me to do, then feel free to leave a comment. All your support is greatly appreciated, so please let me know if there's anything you want me to do, and if you're enjoying it. Yeah, hope to see you again next time, and cheers for stopping by. Catch you later. Cheers. Bye bye.